What I value most about my education at St. John's, I would say, is the way in which it prepares me for my career, my future. The brotherhood here at St. John's is amazing. My fellow students, my fellow Titans, it's a bond that goes so much deeper than most schools. Most friendships. It's like we're all a family here, and we're connected in a way that I feel like you really couldn't get it anywhere but St. John's.
St. John's just really set the foundation for everything to come after, right? And so I really discovered how to be successful, how to solve problems, how to deal with people, both peers and older people, in an appropriate way, I guess, and develop real relationships with people from all kinds of backgrounds. The brotherhood at St. John's means everything here, I think, so people can talk about academics, you can talk about athletics, you can talk about any aspect of a high school and try to sell that high school. But really the brotherhood here is so much deeper. And you take the retreats into account, you take Kairos into account, and I've had life-changing conversations with people at a very young age before anyone else had those experiences. And so to learn that you can trust each other from day one, to learn that you have someone that has your back, someone that understands what you're going through in day one, it really sets the stage moving forward. And lifelong friendships are easy to make here.
I was never the best student in the world, but I never remember dreading getting up in the morning and coming to school at St. John's. And I think that's a credit to the educators here, the coaches I had, the teachers. They treat you like an adult. Obviously everything is earned around here, and you're treated, the way you deserve to be treated, and a lot of it is based on merit. And I think those principles benefited me greatly in my life after St. John's. And I am a product of what can happen when there is a support system around you that is willing to help and never stop willing to help.
The people I love make me who I am today, and I found that to be true now and at St. John's. The people who I was surrounded by made me who I was. I had a great support network here, whether it be alumni or current faculty. I think of Bill Happel, Sean Savage, class of 1988, Steve Spinoff, class of 95. I just had an overwhelming support network here at St. John's that showed me who I could be and who I aspired to be, and just having that extra encouragement and to see people investing in me and the value that I had made me who I am. At St. John's, I learned to be good to each other. It's a mantra said by one of our freshman theology teachers, Butch Welling, and I just couldn't find it to be more true for back then and now, just to be good to the people around you. And I've really taken that forward and making it not just a mantra, but something that I apply to my everyday life.
The biggest takeaway that I can experience from St. John's is the being able to interact with people on a day-to-day basis. You have this strong foundation that is you learned here at St. John's. We always have this camaraderie, and it's one of those things where you might not see somebody for 10 or 15 years, and you can pick it up right where you were.
I'd say as a sixth grader, maybe I was a little timid at first, a little unsure of who I was. From then until 8th grade, I became confident, sure of my abilities, what I could do in the classroom, and I saw growth in myself. I saw myself maturing, and I was ready to tackle high school. Being in 2020 was a huge blessing for me because there are a lot of students who can't come here without being in that program, and I was one of them. Just knowing that you have someone who wants to talk to you, someone who's willing to hear you out and give you advice is what makes St. John's and the 2020 program awesome.
The one thing that I picked up early in my years here at St. John's, they made sure that hard work came first. You had to earn your spots, you had to earn your ice time, and you really had to work at it and have a mentality to put in the time and the effort. And that is something that has carried me throughout my personal life, my career, and all those things. And I think that's one thing that we push as a program is working hard and putting in the effort to get the results that you want. What you learn in this building, obviously the main motto is men for others. And that kind of creates that brotherhood, that connection of being on the ice together with your teammates, going through the highs and lows of seasons. And the ad moriam Dei gloriam, for the greater glory of God, that's something that you carry on, not just in these walls, but outside, that you try and look at the bigger picture, why you do things and go about your daily lives. There's a purpose there.
When I was at St. John's, things I remember most from being an athlete, the friendships I made. Even though running, it seems like it's an individual type sport, but cross country is a team sport. A career in medicine is lifelong education. You have to keep building on that foundation. And I think St. John's gave me great learning skills, taught me how you can't give up. You always got to persevere. You always got to do your best. Keep being inquisitive, always question everything, especially in science.
St. John's was not only a place where I learned, but also a place where I taught. I was a teacher here for 2 years before law school. It's always had a pull on me. It had a pull on me before I was a high school student, with uncles and cousins attending school here. I always wanted to be a Titan. It had a pull on me while I was here, just drawing me deeper into the lessons in the classroom, the retreat experiences, the athletic experiences. And then it had a pull on me after I graduated too, whether coming back for basketball games and cheering on the team during winter breaks, or ultimately coming back and teaching in the classroom myself. It just has always had that kind of magnetism to this place, and I think it's what's really special about it. The themes here are just constantly reinforced year in and year out. And that's what makes the alumni connection, I think, so strong at this school, is whether you graduated in '65 or 2015, you see the same writing on the wall, you have the same wisdom that's been imparted to you, and it makes our network really great.
If I didn't come to St. John's, my life would have been completely different, because I've learned certain things from other male adults here. They taught me certain things that will definitely carry on later in life, especially the coaches. We talk about certain things that are helpful to life later on. They teach you how to be a man, for instance. And just the people I met here, they're all really good people, friends that you have for the rest of your life type deal. And it's definitely opened my eyes up to not being such an I person, and realizing that there's more I can do for other people. So I try to put them first, and then me, and then so we're all looking out for each other. So it's just that's what I'm saying, it's just a really good strong bond and a good brotherhood.
St. John's means to me brotherhood, men for others. That relates to my job, because everybody we work with on a daily basis, my coworkers, I consider it a brotherhood and a sisterhood. St. John's really got that started for me, and I continued it with my professional career. My fondest memory is the friendships I made, the time together we had at sporting events, cheering on our classmates, going on trips to the States, cheering on our basketball team, and the education that I received here was second to none.
The brotherhood here at St. John's means everything to me. You form relationships that you just wouldn't think you would, and they really become your friends. I could walk into any class, and I probably all the guys there would know who I am. For me, a man for others means everything St. John stands for, just giving back in the community, trying to be the best person you can be. Everything that comes with being your best self is what a man for others means to me.
Coming to St. John's, I got lots of diversity, and I would say that's really what made me today. All the experience that I had here, playing on sports teams with just all boys, just making that transition with all boys, it just changes you, it teaches you different things about yourself. I gotta learn how to talk to people, and everybody's not gonna be the same as you, so you gotta learn, you can't be always ignorant, you gotta be open, open to growth, one of our slogans that we have, you just gotta be open to new things, everything like that. Everyone's coming from different backgrounds, you gotta be able to understand them and let them understand you.